Hello everyone and welcome. This is NanoTechNoob and today I am bringing you episode 5 of our Minecraft Let's Play. So in the last episode we had 14.5 stacks of nether quartz ore and I went ahead and fortuned it all up and got exactly 2 and a little bit over half a stack from it. And also an entire nether barrel full of nether quartz. So with that being said, I crafted up a couple observers and used a ton of our redstone that we had mined up in the last episode as well to craft basically a stack of every redstone component. What for, you may be wondering? Well, it is for the bamboo farm that I have been working on. As you can see, the cactus farm from last episode has some lime green stained glass in it, and it's got a second layer as well. So there are now 128 cactuses in this farm, and we also have, or as you can see, all that nether quartz is mined up. We got ourselves a ton of bamboo. I have been growing this off camera, but I have also done a ton of work underneath this cactus farm. As you can see, walking into this temporary entrance, I have got a massive area dug out and decorated. I kind of got a bit carried away when I was working on this, but this is going to be where our bamboo farm is. As you can see, I've already got one module built up, and it's just a bunch of pistons with observers. So when the bamboo grows in front of the observer, the piston will break these two bamboo blocks, and that will be picked up by the hopper minecart down below. And that will then be dropped into a dispenser, which shoots into a water stream, and that is what I'm going to be working on. This episode is the water stream that brings it around to a furnace that has cactus. Also, the cactus drops down from up top there and down into this hole here. I will be covering that up so you don't accidentally fall into that, because I've done that about 20 times already. And yes, so the cactus gets brought down into this hopper, and then once this hopper fills up, as you can see it already has, it gets transported over to these chests over on this side. The bamboo, once I get all 4 of the modules built up, I can actually walk here, they will all be collected up together and then brought over a hopper in the back of the furnace to be used as fuel, and once that hopper is filled up, it will be transported over into these 3 chests on the side. As you can see, we've already got a ton of bamboo flowing into it right now. Basically right now, it's just flowing into a hopper. I'm going to be fixing that later, so it goes to the furnace first, and then to the hopper. Also, as you can see, I've got some packed ice here. I just went up to the mountains biome and made a little bit of a temporary ice farm. It is an absolutely tiny thing and probably not even worth putting on the camera, because I probably got more ice from a nearby lake than I did from that ice farm. Anyways, so yeah, this episode we're going to be building up the other 3 modules for the bamboo farms, so go ahead and grab the components that I need. Basically I'm using note blocks, pistons, observers, and then basically just trash blocks that you aren't going to be able to see, because as you can see right there, you can't see the cobblestone behind the observers. So you go ahead, pop up top here. I also got some scaffolding so that there isn't just a bunch of dirt blocks everywhere. So basically how I'm doing it is I've got these note blocks, just go ahead and fill them in back here. And then, oh crap, got to do the important step first, which is the observers, because they have to face a certain direction. So, observers first, bring them across like so, and mine our way out of that. Now, for, I'm all mixed up right now. Now for the trash blocks, because we won't be able to reach in there if we put the note blocks in. Then the note blocks will run across like so, followed by the pistons. Ow. Then just fill that in. So that is basically it for the bamboo farm. It is pretty easy and by no means cheap. So after that we need the rail going, or yeah, the railway and the hopper minecart going in there. Unfortunately, I had to use a redstone block on these two top sections because on these bottom ones we've just got a lever behind there powering the block, but if I used a lever it would actually bud power this piston and it would never retract and the bamboo would never grow, which was kind of a pain and it kind of makes it look ugly, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. So yeah, for the minecarts, basically we got just powered rails and regular rails, and I think my hopper minecart is actually up here at the moment. Got 3 hopper minecarts and some more rails and glowstone. Might as well take that. So basically I got the rails already put in on this, I guess. Oh yeah, that is because over here I have got a little bit of redstone going on, where the hopper minecarts will go on top of this hopper, and as it's unloading it will depower this rail, just a standard hopper unloader into this dropper, and this dropper, when it has an item, it will drop the items. It'll start this clock which will tick down until the hopper, or until the dropper is empty. So I guess I don't have to build it on that side, but we will be building both of the modules on that side as well as both of the farms. I just wanted to make sure I was doing it right, so that's why I put this one down here in already. So we'll go ahead and hop on down here and just go ahead and set up the hopper minecart there. For decorations, as you can see, I went with the gray concrete and the lime concrete. That is actually just going to be for this section. It's not going to be throughout the whole base, and also this entrance. Oops. This entrance up here, as I said, is only going to be a temporary entrance. The main entrance, or the entrance in the future, is actually going to be down here at Y55. And it's going to connect up via tunnels to that large area that I believe I said in the last episode is the home of our future base. I just wanted to get this up first because I wanted free XP that doesn't require spider killing. Yes, let's go ahead and grab the... Ow. There we go. The limestone glass. So many words. And Mr. Spastic over here forgot the light gray stained glass. That is actually surprisingly easier for me to say, I guess. Also, bamboo. Because you kind of need bamboo for a bamboo farm, right? Or at least you'd expect you'd need bamboo for a bamboo farm. So yeah. Go ahead, place the bamboo in. You'd expect me to have done this so everything equates up to a stack, but you'd expect wrong, because there's only 15 here, which means there's going to be 60 total. So for you avid Minecraft fans like me, that'll probably trigger your OCD, like me. So, oh. That already grew some. And it's okay. Well, now that I'm recording, I guess it goes faster. So, go ahead and throw the glass in here as well. I really like the bamboo purely because of how fast it grows. It makes it actually pretty fun to farm. But as you can see, that is basically the entire module done. So I think, go ahead and start putting this glass in. I think I've already done a lot off camera, but I'm probably going to go ahead, finish up this side, and then show you what the module looks like on the side, the hopper unloader and the dropper unloader. And then we will get to the water routing for the bamboo, since the... Actually, let me show you the water routing for the cactus. Basically, underneath this staircase, the cactus falls down in this tube. Well, I'm gonna be putting a tube here, but the cactus falls down like that, then transports across there, and this is probably the worst thing that I've ever built, and hopefully will be better in the future, but it comes up a water stream right under this block here, and then across the top like that the cactus did. And if the hopper has any room in it, it will get sucked up, otherwise it just gets thrown across there, as you saw. Brought up here and then dropped into these hoppers. And then stored away, as you can see, right there. And then it will get stored away into these. As you can see, I've had the cactus farm loaded for quite a long time. And we have only gotten about that much green dye, but that was from me throwing some coal into the furnace to get it smelted up, because I needed cactus green for these concrete blocks. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, get this side finished up, get this side finished up, and show you me building the hopper and dropper unloaders. So I will be right back. Alright, I lied about building those modules. I kind of realized shortly thereafter that I need to build these these hopper and dropper unloaders before I can build the bamboo farms, because it makes it a whole ton lot easier. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to do some redstone on camera. So basically, for the dropper unloader, you want to have a repeater pointing into this block, then cover that up, and a comparator coming out of this block so it can detect when there are items inside here, like so. Then you want to bring that into redstone dust. This redstone dust will activate the repeater, so if I throw that in there, it'll get shot out. But if there's more than one item in there, only one will get shot out, which is not too good. So, to do that, or to fix that, we get the output from that, place it a redstone dust right there, repeater getting a signal from this block, and redstone dust right there, and that should be it for that. And now you can see it will continuously shoot off until all of the items are out of the dropper, like so. And now for the part that I had a little bit of difficulties in was the minecart unloader, which was as simple as placing a comparator right next to the hopper right there, a redstone torch, a block, then a gray concrete right there, so when you look inside, oh, I need to get rid of that stone. But yeah, so when you look inside, you'll see the gray concrete and not a stone brick, and then redstone just like that. And if I go ahead and throw a powered rail on top of that, you'll see it's powered, and if I throw something into the hopper, you saw it depower and then repower. So yeah, that is how the minecart unloader goes, and basically just gotta throw a rail right there and a solid block right there. And I think for the solid block, this is fine because you won't actually be able to see it from outside. But yeah, basically I'll be repeating this whole thing right there as well, where that is going to be a hopper and the dropper is going to be right there. So I'll go ahead, repeat that up there, build up the two modules, and then I will probably show you how I'm going to be doing the routing for the water to get the bamboo going across this hopper right here. So I will be back in 1 moment. Alright, as you can see, I've got all 4 of the modules now in. I've also covered up that packed ice on top and added in the tube where the cactus will be falling down, so we can wash it without A, falling in the hole, and B, picking up cactus. So, I've also got all 4 of the droppers and hoppers built up, and I am now ready to get started with the routing of the bamboo. So, first step, need to plug that hole up. Next step, so, as you can see I've got some ice, just regular ice, and soul sand on my hotbar. So basically how we're going to be doing it is diving down in here, thank you, and break that, replace it with soul sand, and then doing stuff backwards. Alright. First things first, we'll be placing the ice. And the ice is going to come all the way up to right there. Just for now, we're going to be putting some more right in this spot as well. But I don't want to get washed away yet, and also I'd like to get down there and get to where I need to put the soul sand. So, ice is broken, soul sand is placed. Soul sand is placed. There we go. Now we've got a bubble stream. We'll be placing one brick right there and placing water so it flows over. And last but not least, I forgot a sign. But basically the bamboo is going to be shooting across here and dropping down into there where I've got another bubble stream, and as you can see, the bamboo floats back up, if it hasn't already, or float up and then get pushed off to the side. And right, we don't need a sign. Got a slab right there. For symmetry sake, we'll place a slab there, break that, and the bamboo should be able to slide right underneath that. That is looking good. Go ahead and temporarily block that off, just so I can get down. Questions how to do this. Place slab right there. And just sneak our way down here, break that, and then no one will ever know that is a slab. Alright, so now we've got all the bamboo coming in right here. The next step, we're going to be placing some ice right there, so the bamboo slams against this chest so that it'll slide along there, and as you saw right there, the bamboo just got over the hopper and sucked in, or at least in theory it should have. Right, yes. So, demonstrate that again. Boom. Or so I thought boom would have done. Oh well. So, last step of this whole thing, placing soul sand, not right there, but right there, for reasons. We'll also be placing a slab right there, and a slab right there, because it's going to be flowing like so. Right. Right. I know what I'm doing. Already mixing stuff up. Alright. So, place it like that. Like that. And then we need a bucket of water. So, take that. Move that. And since by the time the items reach this point it should have already gone over the hopper, we'll place a water bucket there so it flows out, so it gets it away from the wall. And then water right there. And we'll be doing the same thing where we've got a bubble stream that brings it up. I wish I would have grabbed my hoppers, but you guys know me, hopefully, by now, that I'm always disorganized. But I know what I'm doing, at least slightly. So, bringing this up some more. Like so. And then, last but not least, should just be placing ice there, there, and there, breaking them, and we should have a system that collects bamboo now. So, with that being said, I believe that means this entire project is done, and you guys may have only seen a couple minutes of footage of it, but this has actually taken me, I want to say, about 3 days of constant working just to get it all built up, and I think it is finally done. A huge part of this was to avoid this entire, let's see, this 3x3 area here, because this is going to be a walkway in case I want to continue bringing the base out more along that way. I didn't want it to just dead end immediately, so... Oh, that's loud. So, I needed it to be stuff that goes around here. It's not the most efficient thing, but it is mine. And I am okay with it not being 100% efficient. I will cover that up just because. Like so. Alright, and there. So this cobblestone is only temporary. It was just a placeholder for when I was doing the cactus routing, because trying to route cactus here is a little bit difficult when you've got, or trying to route two things with water. Trying not to mix them up so I don't have to use item filters is a little bit difficult, but I'm actually surprised that I was able to pull it off. We've got one of the loudest bamboo farms you could have ever hoped for. It's hopefully fast enough to keep up with the cactus smelting, and we've also got some cactus and bamboo storage, which is always great. Wish I would have made it so I could access the bamboo in the back, but that is quite alright at least. So basically this will just smelt up cactus greens, or they changed the name of it. It'll smelt up green dyes. This furnace will constantly be filling up with XP since the new furnace XP storage that they added in. So basically whenever I could probably just figure out a way to power this hopper and lock it so I can pull the XP out. But that's basically all it was for, and it's nice to have green dye on hand. So yeah, that is basically all for this area. Between episodes I'll probably get this looking a little bit nicer. Actually, yeah, I'll do a little bit of building actually on camera. A little bit of mining and some building. Yeah, basically, as I was saying earlier, this lime green is only for this section, and really all of the sections that's probably going to connect to this, because I wanted the farms to be labeled with lime green, and I will figure out what the other colors will represent later. I'm thinking if I get a regular mob farm set up, it'll probably be red, and I'm going to be trying to have rooms at least with their own designated colors. So farms will be green, mob farms probably red. We'll decide that in a future episode when I actually get the base started. You may also be wondering why the base was a square with the dimensions that it has. That is actually a surprise for a future episode. I think it's a pretty interesting surprise. It may or may not have something to do with villages, and quite a bit of them, to be exact, or not exact. But yeah. If you like how this area is looking, then let me know down in the comments. If you think it could use a little bit more work, I totally agree with you there. for example, with the top here being a flat color, I kind of don't really like that, to be honest. I might break it up by putting some light sources up there as well. But also you can see this diamond pickaxe is almost completely broken. This was a brand new pickaxe when I started this project, so that is how much mining I have been doing for this project. But yes. Light sources. Light sources I need... yeah, because I don't really like the look of torches, especially in a building as pretty as this one. So, yeah. Also, I kind of wish there were more options for stairs. I know there are some more options, but like, I wish there were colorful options. Like, I know we got the quartz stairs, which I might replace these stone brick ones with. Yeah, like I wish we had concrete stairs, so that you could get the different colors and be able to make things look a little bit more fancy. Yeah, so that is basically this project more or less done, which I am actually really happy for, because, as I said, it was a lot of work. This wall needs to be tore out, but I think I will probably save that for when I actually get the base set up and get the entrance to this area put in. Other than that, I think I'm not going to call it an episode right here because it's only probably what, like 15 minutes long at this point in time. But I will show you another thing that I have been working on since, I say working on, but kind of really me just getting started with it. So let me go ahead and make my way downtown, walking fast. People pass like that spider. And I fall into a hole. I don't think that's part of that song. But yeah, I'm currently running over to the nether portal because I've got something I would like to show you. It's I don't have a full nether hub up yet, so don't expect that. But I do have, as you can see, another portal over there, which is like a cobblestone walkway leading to different areas. This portal right here actually leads over to the village we found in episode 3, I want to say. Pretty sure episode 3 is where we found the village. So yeah, as you can see, I've just got them all locked in a pen here, waiting to be transported. The future project I was referencing with the base may or may not have something to do with that guy. Who knows? We'll find out when the time comes. Currently, right now, not ready for it. Okay. But as you noticed, this wasn't the only cobblestone walkway. In fact, there's one that has a staircase. Looks like all of these guys want to go the same way as me. So, this is a little dangerous and could use a little guardrails on it, but I'll do it later. You know, everyone's favorite words when it comes to procrastination. So we'll run all the way out here, and then all the way this way. You can probably already start to see it underneath that section right there. Got another nether portal. And a ghast. Don't shoot me. Alright. So, through this nether portal, ow, we've got a creeper. We've also got desert area here. This is where I've been collecting up all the sand for the concrete. But there's also a village over here. I've already explored it a little bit. That's actually where I got the maps. I'm not sure if I showed you the maps. but I'll go ahead and show them as soon as we get back to the base. But yeah, basically, this village had only a few emeralds in it. I think, was it this room? Yeah, this room. Had a few maps in it, so I took them and mapped out the area around a base with them. But yeah, we've got a couple villages here. Not really that big of a village, but I thought it would be a nice thing to show off. But yeah, there's a farm all the way out here. Alright. But yeah, basically this is the area I've been getting my my sand for the concrete, because I needed a lot of sand and I didn't want to tear up all the rivers around the base, so I decided I'd tear up a desert that is a couple thousand blocks away from the base. But yeah. Don't really have anything else planned for this episode. There's a turtle. Yeah. Basically, my plan was just to show off the bamboo farm, get it working, get the cactus furnace set up, and we have done that. So yeah. I have on my list of extra things to do to get villagers, but I feel like that should be an episode of its own. I will probably do that next episode, if not that one, then the episode after that, because that secret project that I'm too lazy to keep secret is going to be an iron farm, and that is probably going to be the center point, or the centerpiece of the base, because I need a ton of iron, and also I need a ton of gold for an even bigger future project. Yes, I've got multiple big projects planned out for this series, and I know the bigger one is going to be a rather exciting episode. So yeah, we'll go ahead. As I said last episode, I'll probably get the cactus farm a little bit more prettied up. I was thinking about making it taller, but with how fast the cactus comes in from this, it's a little too much for one furnace. And the bamboo farm here, I want to say just barely keeps up with one furnace, so yeah, I didn't really take into consideration how fast bamboo burns. I thought it was actually 2 per item. Apparently it's 4 per item. And as you can see, the furnace is already out, and yeah, isn't really getting enough into the system fast enough. So who knows, maybe a future project would just be expanding these out a little bit more. I'm considering making them 32 blocks long each, so it would be another 120, or it would be a total of 128 bamboo per layer. That might be a thing, hopefully, because yeah, it works. It's just not fast enough. But that's alright, we already got ourselves a bamboo and cactus farm. I'm sure they will be useful, especially for scaffolding. But yeah, I think I've rambled on long enough. If you guys have any ideas for any future episodes, please leave them down in the comments below. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you enjoyed the episode, then share it with your friends. If you didn't enjoy the episode, then share it with your enemies. But I've been NanoTechNoob, and I will see you guys in the next episode.